Welcome back to Wings of Liberty campaign. Let's take a look at what missions are available. Now, Azil is a mission that is really nice to do as early as possible. It does give you the siege tank, which makes any mission, well, most missions anyways. Aerial Hansen missions are still not any easier, but it does make a lot of missions easier. The problem is, I kind of want Vikings to do this, so we're kind of stuck doing Tarsonis right now.
We've received reports of a new Dominion salvage operation on Tarsonis. They're running a large number of supply trains with minimal security. If we intercept the trains and liberate their contents before they can be shipped off-world, we could make a serious profit.
Never thought we'd be back to this graveyard again. What have we got, Matt?
The Dominion's restored power to the old rail network. They're using the trains to move salvage to a central processing station. Our informants say the Dominion's found something unusually valuable, and they're transporting it to the processing station today. It's on one of these trains, but unfortunately they're all scan shielded, so we can't tell which one. We'll have to hit as many as we can and hope we get lucky.
Hope we get lucky? That ain't the usual Matt Horner plan.
You got a better one, sir. I'm all ears.
It's all good, Matt. You sold me. Well, let's go rob ourselves some trains. Old Tychus is gonna love this one.
For some reason, the tile set and the whole trains thing reminds me of Tiberian Sun. Now, to do this mission, my main army composition is going to be Marine Medic Diamondback. One thing to note is that this mission has a lot of gas, and all the mineral fields, the natural mineral fields, are very little, so you won't be getting a lot of minerals, which makes the sort of 50 to 50 resource ratio Diamondbacks pretty efficient, whereas normally it would be too gas heavy. Also, the trains drop around 50-50 mineral gas too. I guess the important thing is to pick up all the shit that you can pick up at the beginning, just as with any other mission. We'll start with a depot, because we'll be picking up quite a lot of Diamondbacks. Now, having 4 Diamondbacks at the beginning is very, very important.
In the hills the Dominion haven't salvaged yet.
It'll make the first one a lot easier.
Diamondbacks. Man, I didn't think they made it past prototyping. Their rail guns will be great for stopping those trains. No pun intended.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it was pun intended.
There may be other vehicles around that we can commandeer. We should keep our eyes open.
At the ready. What's on your mind?
Now, there is a base here, but I don't feel like it's important to pick that up.
At the ready.
Like, you can do perfectly fine without getting that base, and you sort of get the base later where it's not that important anyways. So as you can see, we built up 500 minerals, so it'll allow us to get some production. I'll probably add on a second factory later.
Go on.
We got the Zerk research here. We are at 22 seconds until the thing.
Excellent.
I'll actually get us to come pick this up. Let's go ahead and pick up our engineering base, start the upgrades. Although Diamondback upgrades probably a better choice.
A train is approaching through a tunnel in the northwest. Insufficient Vespine gas.
What needs killing? What's on your mind?
In the rear with the gear. Ben, who wants some?
Okay, so I want to sort of angle the Marines over here because the turn allows them to DPS a little bit better, I guess. Do note that when you're microing, your Marines are dropping DPS. This first one is actually, I would consider the most annoying one.
Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Go on. I like it.
Additional supply depots.
Excellent work, sir. We can utilize the train's scrap payload to build more units. We obviously won't find many natural mineral fields here, so we should make the most of what we can salvage from the trains.
Are you sure we won't find natural minerals? I mean, I'm seeing natural minerals, just not very much.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, so this is where the second one is, the second Diamondback. The main role of Marines here is to tank for the Diamondbacks. They are still kind of expensive, the Diamondbacks, I mean. Not the Marines, nobody cares about the Marines. Don't tell them we said that. Don't tell them I said that.
What's the plan?
Please state the
At the
Been waiting on me.
A train is coming through the western tunnel.
Check it out, Jimmy. Started sending escorts to protect the trains.
Now, the main thing you want to worry about in terms of the escorts is any Raven presence. And right now it seems like Marine Firebat, so that's good. But any Raven presence is very, very annoying.
What's on your mind?
So what we want to do here is have the Diamondback bring down the Firebats, which are armored. These are basically like immortals. They're really good against armored units. We'll have the Marines tank, have the Diamondbacks sort of do its thing. Marines will take care of the Marines, and the Diamondbacks will take care of the trains. We also don't have +2, which is kind of annoying.
Vespene gas.
I'm waiting.
Now, is this the part where they attack our base?
The doctor is in.
Mineral field depleted.
What's on your mind?
Let's go ahead and grab the last Diamondback.
Commander, I'm picking up increased comm traffic from the Dominion. Sounds like they're planning to attack our base. Better be ready.
What needs killing?
Mineral field depleted.
I don't know what exactly they were planning to do with the Firebats, but they're not working.
Additional supply depots.
I can't build here.
You gonna give me orders?
Additional supply depots required.
Victory is ours.
A train is exiting the southern tunnel.
Looks like we found all the Confederate Diamondbacks, sir. This should really help out against the trains.
So basically there's all the Diamondbacks. Cutting it a little bit close there. Have a lot of Marauders here, so probably have the Marines up front tanking would be a good idea. Definitely don't want Marauders fighting Diamondbacks.
Railguns at the ready. Victory is ours.
Okay, so this is basically where the mission gets, I guess, a little bit easier. We've already had good coverage on all the secondary objectives, so right now all we're doing is focusing on the trains.
Protect the tracks. Be careful.
This better be good.
Might as well be picking up the armor, right?
Gangway. Coming.
A little bit later we will be getting the expansion,
By the
I'm waiting.
but I don't feel like doing that right now.
What's the plan? At the ready.
Add-on complete.
If we kill these guys off, then they won't be making bunkers.
What's on your mind? Excellent.
So
Mineral
that'll
field
put an
depleted.
end to the bunker shenanigans.
What's on your mind?
It's a good thing they don't try to make more once you've killed them all. I don't actually know when they will, stop making bunkers, but they will make it for a while.
A train is coming through the western tunnel.
Okay, so this is actually where we're gonna pick up the expansion after we stop this train, and this is also where I think they start making Ravens.
I'm waiting.
Come on, Scuvas.
Job, huh?
Someone forgot to tell this one that he's part of the new group of factories.
Mineral field depleted.
Raven, of course. Now, the exact number to Seeker Missile is unknown to me. But if you just lure it with one guy with a gun, then you can't really lure it. You have to lure it with a couple more guys with guns than just one. I think 4 or 5s would do. I think I tried with 3 and it just doesn't work. Now where are all the skivas? Skivas back.
Get me out of here. I'm waiting. What's on your
This base is actually purely unnecessary, and you just pick it up because macro, basically. Just go ahead and pick that up. Go ahead and kill all these dudes. And the medics. Oh shit. I did not expect that. Ah shit. Oh, that didn't do a lot. I did lose all my medics though. Stupid Raven.
Unacceptable level. Mineral field depleted.
I feel like maybe
Train is approaching through a tunnel in the northwest.
This better be good.
What's the plan?
so Diamondback count is looking good. I think we can get these guys over here. That'll be nice.
Who wants some?
And they got one Raven. They got siege breakers. Wow, that's gotta be annoying.
These are under attack.
Retard magnet. Oh, there we go. I actually give. Wow. 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 Zero shits about the SCVs, but somehow they all freaking died.
I'm waiting.
I think at this point it's completely pointless to make any more units or to make any more SCVs. I'm just gonna make a few to fix up the Diamondbacks. But I did lose all of them, so sucks to be me, I guess.
What's
You
on
can see the Diamondback count is getting a little bit high.
This better be good.
Sir, I'm detecting Dominion kill teams patrolling the tracks with large groups of marauders.
Okay, so the Marauder kill teams are actually not that annoying. The thing with the Marauders is that they deal heavy damage to Diamondbacks, but so do Diamondbacks deal heavy damage to Marauders. So what I like to do is keep the Marine Medic to tank the Marauders, and then swing in from the side with the Diamondbacks. I feel like it's very efficient. They're basically trading Marines for our Marauders, and it's kind of free at this point.
Not enough minerals.
Victor? Huh?
I
Not enough
guess
minerals.
we can make a few more things. Okay, that's a lot of Marauders, actually.
A train is coming through the western tunnel.
The Dominion are boosting their train speed somehow. You'll need to use Diamondbacks to catch them.
No, SCVs, come on, don't do that.
In the rear with the gear.
Do that.
By the numbers.
Ravens? Hellions. Now, on Brutal, they do have Blue Flame, so just run your Diamondbacks in, kill off all the Hellions. You should have enough of these things to just, like, straight up kill these things now. Kill the trains. What I'm worried at this point is the Marine count is too low. They might not have enough to tank the Marauder kill squad. That's okay, though.
Excellent.
We're using the same plan. As long as the Diamondbacks aren't taking too much damage, it's fine.
This better be good. Who wants?
And of course, they're a little turd and they just killed all of our medics. That should cost gas, so of course they would focus it down. Good old turdiness.
Armed and
Huh, I missed one. I think that would have been useful to have.
gonna give me orders, boy.
Get me out of here.
Banshee is not too much of a problem.
The doctor is in.
We'll keep a couple of SCVs around. I guess by a couple I mean two.
Please state the nature of the hurt.
I think losing those SCVs was just a really big blunder. And I wouldn't say it's game ending, but it's definitely not great.
A train is approaching through a tunnel in the northwest.
Now, what I don't like is a Raven and Hellion combination, which might be what's coming up. Do they have Raven? No, they don't.
I'm waiting.
So basically, all the Hellions are going to get rolled over. Use walk on the... Actually, I don't need to use walk.
On the move. I like it. At the ready.
This better be. Been waiting on.
Again, the Marines are the tank because they can be healed for free.
Go. What? What's going on?
And we're kind of running low on repair dudes.
By the numbers, boys.
That's not exactly a big problem, I would say. How many more trains are there? There's one more train.
In the rear with
There's one more train, so they're not going to be able to boost their train speed anymore, and they're going to come with 2 Ravens this time. So I'm just going to dump the rest of my minerals into turrets. We can get out another round of Diamondbacks, probably. And we're going to build lots of Marines. We can even start throwing down Paradition turrets at this point. Basically everything is to
What's the plan?
stop this one train. We can throw all of our minerals here. We got 29 seconds, so at least the production will kick in. Now, it's okay to lose a few turrets, I guess. And we will be losing plenty of units in this last attack. It's just because there's like 2 Ravens, and they will Seeker Missile all your crap.
A train is coming through the western tunnel.
Looks like the Dominion ran out of whatever they were juicing the trains with.
I mean, look at all this stuff. There's Ravens, there's Mech, there's Hero Mech, there's Hero Banshees, there's just freaking everything here.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Okay, so I don't think I want to retard magnet that just yet. We'll have the turrets take out the Banshees, and here's the Ravens. The Ravens are gone. So now we have Mech against, well, Diamondbacks.
My pleasure.
And that was clean up without too much effort. I mean, we lost some guys with guns, but...
Electrical activity in the wreckage. Now let's see what they were so fired up to get their hands on.
Adjutant 23-46 online. System recording. New Gettysburg Defense Initiative. Submit access codes.
Well, I'll be. Confederate adjutant. What intel's so important they'd go and dig her up to recover it?
You know, we're taking a page out of the Protoss' book. We're getting the living, breathing guys with guns tank for the damage-dealing robot with a guy in it. Yeah, that. Also, the turrets weren't spinning in that cutscene. Just a fun fact. Nobody expects building turrets.
Sir, that adjutant we recovered is down in the lab. She's all powered up.
Talk to me, you old piece of junk. What do you know?
User identified. Raynor, James, ex-Marshal Marsara Colony. Joined Sons of Korhal Terrorist Group. Status, criminal.
Enough about me, darling. What else you got locked up in that synthetic head of yours?
User status, criminal. Access denied.
Playing hard to get, huh? We'll see about that.
So I guess the first thing we do is to look at the available base upgrades. The one that I want to pick up right away is Orbital Command. Also, these are really good. The repair is nice, but what I really want is the advanced construction. This can make a lot of things easier. So I'm going to go and pick this up right now. What this does is it allows you to expand quickly. It puts the fast in fast expand, and also it allows you to get out of a supply block really easily. If you take a look at this, a lot of people like the orbital depots, and this basically, the multi-build allows you to skip this completely and make this, like, just to get this extra gas. Like this actually is something that you have to put a little bit of thought into, because both of these are great upgrades, but with the multi-build, you don't really have to consider the orbital depot. Just go ahead and pick up the extra gas geysers.
Jim, let me in. What really happened on Tarsonis? Whatever it was, I can see it tearing you up inside.
Tarsonis. That's where it all went down. Meng stole a psi emitter from the Confederacy and planted it there. He knew that it'd attract the Zerg, and our revolution began that day. The day Mengsk murdered a whole planet and called it justice.
My God. Billions of innocent people. That's just monstrous. No wonder you hate him so much.
And I don't think we have any other research. I mean, the Protoss research are really good. Actually, all these research are really good. Except one of the Zerg ones, which is completely worthless.
Ladies and gentlemen, each night I bring you the news in the most fair and balanced manner possible. But tonight I have a commentary. Some have asked me what the difference is between our leader, Emperor Mengsk, and the traitor Jim Raynor. They point out that Mengsk rebelled against the government of his youth and came to power through the use of violence and subversion. Why is it wrong for Jim Raynor to rebel in similar fashion? There is a difference. When Emperor Mengsk began his revolution, there was no threat hanging over humanity. James Raynor is waging his revolution while we are at war with 2 alien races. James Raynor, have you no conscience? Shouldn't you fall in line, putting your petty complaints aside as we struggle for humanity's very survival against this alien menace?
Everyone's a critic.
I think he means one alien race. There was 2, and then Kaczynski came up with the Whittle mine.
Robbing a train again gets you feeling
And then the Protoss disappeared.
Damn straight. We must have hit the Shell Express a dozen times back in the day. Ah, that keeper never got old.
Almost got us killed when they smartened up and started using outriders to chase us.
Never was a man of them could keep up with you on a vulture, Jimmy. Just added to the fun. How the hell you got a job as marshal after all that? I'll never know.
Tosh?
Robbing trains. We'll make a pirate out of you yet, Mr. Raynor.
See, this is something I like. Even though these characters don't have the talk above them, sometimes they give mission-specific lines. They're just really short, so I guess they didn't deserve this. Hey, there's something new here, go click on me.
I've been looking for an encryption expert so we can access the adjutant we recovered. No luck so far.
Colonel Orlin at Dead Man's Port can crack anything. Haven't been back there in a while. Say, didn't you end up getting married last time we were there?
I told you before, if I knew what the prize was, I never would have joined that card game.
There's just something about a lover's reunion that chokes me up.
And that's pretty much everything we can do for now. Not gonna pick up any more upgrades. I am saving up for siege tank upgrades. Actually, you know what? We don't need to pick up the siege tank upgrades. What we need is siege tank damage to primary targets. That's the first one we need, so we don't need to save up that much resources. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up the fast repair. Like this is useful in like tight spots on any mission. And I really need the siege tank primary fire damage to help with the Dead Man's Port mission, which will come right after all the Protoss missions.